Okay, we're going to go with Frankfurt versus West Ham first. Okay, Frankfurt plus 145. Draw no bet at minus 130. West Ham are a massive plus 180. Draw no bet at plus 100. The under-over is at 2.5, with the over being at minus 115. A draw that's good enough for the hosts at plus 255. West Ham to score twice is a massive plus 160. Frankfurt to score twice is a massive plus 135. Alex, you're our Bundesliga expert. Everywhere you look here, if you fancy Frankfurt, you're going to get value. If you fancy West Ham, you're going to get value.
Yeah, there is value everywhere. So it's a little bit tough to predict in terms of who will come on top. This is the season definer for both teams. It comes down to this match for what will happen next in the next season for one of the two sides, because they put it all their eggs in the Europa League basket. They neglected their domestic league. They rotated their squad every single week since they started the knockout matches in this competition, and we've seen so many defeats to both Eintracht and West Ham in the Bundesliga and Premier League respectively. We faded them, and this is the good thing. So this is why you don't look only at the stats, you look also at the importance of the game. How important is this game for one or the other team? So please, next time you're checking the stats, understand why the odds are in favor of one team or the other, and the circumstances, So right now we've seen this Eintracht side play their best football in Europa League and nothing in Bundesliga. Obviously, yesterday against Leverkusen, we went with Leverkusen halftime, full time at a beautiful plus 120, and they won 2-0 with a goal in the first half. But Eintracht rested most of their key players like Bore, Almami Touré, Jibril Sow were left all on the pitch, and also Kostic was replaced in the second half. So it was I don't know, a big shuffle of the team in yesterday match. The same thing happened to West Ham at the weekend, but right now we are waiting for their best team on the pitch, right? West Ham, as I said previously, are playing better in the second leg, no matter if it's home or away, and we've seen that so far in this competition. Hopefully for them, they will learn from their mistakes. Don't give too much space to this Eintracht team, and don't leave many gaps at the back, because they are so dangerous on the break, and they could score two, 3 times against you. They played good in the last 20 minutes of the game. They put it more pressure, but they were trailing, and it was normal to put more pressure on them. Bowen missed. If that was a goal, that I don't know, in the last minute of the game, that was the goal of the competition. I don't know. I didn't like so much. What's his name? I always forget the one that Manchester United wants to buy for 180 millions right now. Declan Rice. Yeah, Declan Rice. He was okay, but you should expect more from him,
I thought he was isolated, Alex. I thought he was isolated, but you make a great point. The point I love that you've made is that they were so standoffish. The ball went into the front man of Frankfurt, and it was almost like the West Ham defenders were petrified to get too close, to get too tight, and they tried to protect the space in behind them. And what that meant was he could bring it down, drop it off, he'd have a little sandwich, like do his hair. He had no pressure. Or get into him, lift him up 10 foot, take your yellow card early and make sure, because them Frankfurt boys are not the bravest, but you let them play. You let them play like West Ham did. And then listen, West Ham are lucky to be only at 2-1 down, by the way. They didn't compete.
I thought that West Ham will try to show them who's the boss with some early tackles in the game, to show a little bit. Okay, you are coming here, but you're not coming in our territory. We'll teach you how it is to play in the Premier League. Because they have the types of players for that approach. But instead they gave them too many spaces.
They did. Well, I mean, that typifies actually the goal, the second goal that Frankfurt scored. And also, when you're at home, you make sure you put that team under pressure, Roman. And 60 seconds into the game, they find themselves 1-0 down. So, I mean, I don't think there's any clean sheets in this game. What about Bundesliga not really helping either Frankfurt or Leipzig by making them play on a Monday when they know they've got these important games on a Thursday? I mean, all right, some of the players are not playing, but they've still had to travel with the squad, and the preparation now. Sure, there's a big advantage for West Ham.
Yeah, that's definitely awful. I don't really understand why they do that, because it's not beneficial neither to their league, neither to their teams, to their players, so that makes no sense at all, honestly. But at least they did try and rest some players, at least as we talking in the Frankfurt's case, where some of the important guys did get a rest, whereas West Ham, for example, played Declan Rice and Bowen and some other important guys in the midweek game. In the weekend. So I mean, that was a bit surprising, taking into account that they're one goal down in this leg. And also, Alex was saying that Moyes is to learn a bit from those mistakes and close down those gaps, but they have to score a goal at the same time, so they can't really afford to do both things at the same time perfectly. And we know that Frankfurt are really good in the counterattacks. We saw it against Betis. We saw it against Barca. Whether it was the first leg, the second leg, they generate lots of opportunities. The good thing for West Ham is that they struggle maybe to score or make the most out of all those good chances they create, but they do at least get 1 or 2 goals, even though at home against Betis and Barca, both games ended 1-1. But honestly, they could have scored 2 and 3 easily because they were generating really good chances. And that's why I think that Frankfurt are going to have lots of spaces again against West Ham, because at some point, unless West Ham get a lucky early goal somehow and can kind of control the game, if they start to see that time is running out, the pressure is coming on the players, those spaces are going to open up even more. And I think Frankfurt is definitely going to find a goal. I was tempted by even the team total over 1.5, but maybe safer would be over 2.5. And I do honestly see goals here because, I mean, Frankfurt, as we know, go for those breaks, and West Ham need a goal.
Yeah, let's get ourselves into the chat because they like this. Anderson Don's he's asking what the price is for the Alex Classic, which is both teams to score and over. I think that's a massive runner. Anderson Don, he's saying Sunday was May the 1st. It was a holiday in Germany, so no games. And what a stupid rule. I mean, you would have made them play on the Saturday night.
It was a holiday in the entire Europe, and most of the leagues played.
Yeah, again, but I mean, they're basically saying how stupid it is. There's so many different markets here. I mean, let's just have a little look. We talked about Frankfurt quite a lot. We talked about how respectful West Ham were in the first leg. It's do or die for them boys now. But West Ham went to Sevilla. Yes, they got beat 1-0, but they were by far the better side. They missed glorious chance after glorious chance. Then they went to Lyon, and Lyon was like a clash of the titans by big and strong and athletic, and they crushed Lyon. I see West Ham being favourites in this game, and at plus 180, I'm not complicating it. I expect West Ham to go there and actually win the game because they cannot put up that performance that they did last week. And also, Frankfurt are so much better when they have to bounce on you. They're not one of those that are going to break you down with like little creative balls. There's a couple of other markets before we go to the official picks.
I understand that you're going with the value here at plus 180, but why you're not taking the more safe bet here with the chrono bet?
Safe?
Yeah.
And me? In the same sentence?
Flash. Okay. Next season you'll have to try this.
Okay. Safe, 5 years ago I didn't even do Asian handicap. Okay. Okay, but listen, there's a couple of other markets that people are really interested in at the moment, and that is the under or over 9.5 corners in the game. I can and the over is at minus 120. I can see over 9.5. Can we not?
Over, yeah.
And you like over as well, Roman?
Yeah, I think it's very possible. We're going to see chances created, so corners are very likely.
Yeah, okay, a handicap for corners. West Ham are getting half a corner. So basically, if they both end at 5, we get 10. We're over the 9.5.
Why to go there when you have two great sides? So we have a Premier League side, West Ham, that is trailing, right?
Right.
They have to create. They have to go there. They know that they are very dangerous on set pieces, so they will like their corners, And from the other side, you have a man like Kostic that is going always with crosses from the left, right? Always crosses. So corners sometimes, corners are there. So over 9.5, don't complicate it.
Yeah, I agree. I hope everyone else in the chat, because the other thing about West Ham is they conceded 2 from set pieces. They were better than Arsenal at the weekend, and they were at plus 355. They were better than Arsenal, and the 2 goals they conceded in a 2-1 defeat both came from set pieces, and I just cannot understand that. Over 9.5 at minus 120 definitely looks like a play that I would endorse. I think everyone else would endorse it, but we're going to actually look. A lot of people are saying that they like West Ham to go through. Well, instead of getting them to go through, just do them, because they've got to win the game to go through, by the way. Yeah. And that means you could actually get plus 180 for them to win the game. Then they still might not go through, because they might lose on penalties. So you just do West Ham money line if that's the way that you fear. But I don't see any clean sheets.
And the
I can see 2 or 3-1 here.
The difference is huge, Flash. So you have a plus 180 for West Ham to win and plus 300 for them to go through. So the difference is huge.
I know, but what I'm saying is you can still get paid for West Ham winning the game at plus 180 and then not go through, because they could get beat in extra time or penalties.
Yeah.
So if you think that they can go through, that means you think they're going to win the game. Take the plus 180. Let's have a little look at the official picks, because I'm quite interested in this. Both teams to score an over 2.5 goals at plus 110. We like that a lot. Over 2.5 goals minus 115. We like that a lot. West Ham plus 180. Don't complicate on the money line. We like that. Remember, West Ham at plus 300 to qualify. Now, don't be shrugging your shoulders, because I said West Ham at plus 180. Also, we love the over 9.5 corners at minus 120. And
West Ham withdrawn no bet at plus 105.
You like that as well, huh?
Yeah, safe.
You think it could end in a draw?
Of course. Yeah, of course.
But like a 2-2 then? That'd be like plus 1,200. There's no 1-1 here, because West Ham that's the beauty of going with these corners, you know.
You like your 2-2s.
Well, yeah, because in this type of game, because if West Ham go 2-1 up, Frankfurt, what are they going to do? Settle for extra time? And a West Ham are then going to bomb forward, and then that's when you have to be a little bit careful. It's a great game, this one. It's
Ibrahim
a great game
because is asking why believe in West Ham when they could not win at home. But if you check a little bit, Ibrahim, what happened in the last 3 knockout stages for West Ham, they were trailing after the first leg and solved the match in the second leg, no matter home or away, and they went to beat Lyon on the road, which was very difficult. And
but they were better. They were better than Sevilla away as well. And also, this West Ham side, they did not perform last week. They did not perform. So, I mean, if you fancy that you want to give them the benefit of the doubt, you're getting plus 180. So I wouldn't go against them, Ibrahim. You might go a bit careful and say draw no bet, plus 105 or whatever it is. But again, I think we're all pro goals and pro corners over 9.5.
How much this lack of Eintracht will keep, you know? How much? Okay, let's say that they are performing they have some great European nights, you know, but how much they can continue perform like that, you know?
I think it's how you. I think you have to say how much they were allowed to play.
True, also that.
So I mean, again, I haven't got the cards market, but I expect this could get a little bit feisty. And if it doesn't, if it is a nice hamby-pamby game again, then I fancy Frankfurt. West Ham can't allow that. They just cannot.
Flash, how bad was Antonio in the first leg? Very bad.
Not just Antonio. For me, the 2 centre-backs, they set the tone. They dropped off. They didn't mark. They let them have the ball thinking, they're not going to. There was like 6 1-2s in the second goal. No one got close to anybody. They were just running alongside them thinking, no danger here, no danger here. And as we've said, Frankfurt don't like it up them. But you let them and give them time and space. They're all proper footballers. They're all comfortable. Listen, I could still play at that level if you don't challenge me or don't run with me. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just so easy. You have to get in and compete. And West Ham did not compete. And so it's almost like closing the stable door after the horse has bolted. They went 2-1 down, then they had a go. They're 1-0 down after 60 seconds at home in a semi-final first leg. I think that tells you everything about their mentality, and that's why they were lucky to be 2-1 at the end. Okay, so.